Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about AI in genomics, which is one of our hottest areas of research. As you might have noticed, we've been talking a lot lately about AI, but this is not surprising because AI is revolutionizing so many industries right now. However, in this video, we will focus on how AI is specifically changing the way we approach genomics. You see, the field of genomics studies genes and their function. The ultimate goal of genomic research is to understand what makes us us, including how our genes influence our traits and behaviors. By understanding the mechanisms that cause diseases, we can improve our diagnostic techniques, develop new therapies, and even create new drugs. This is why genomic research is at the forefront of so many important discoveries in medicine today. The issue is that analyzing and interpreting the massive amounts of complex data generated by genomic research is incredibly challenging, time-consuming, and expensive. But luckily, advancements in AI are making it possible for scientists to sift through massive amounts of genetic data much faster than they could previously, leading to a variety of exciting discoveries. In this video, we will explore just a few ways that AI is changing the world of genomics. First, let's look at how AI can help find markers for diseases. Diseases often leave their mark on our DNA. By studying how our genes function and interact with each other, scientists can identify changes or mutations in our DNA that may be associated with certain diseases. For example, researchers at the University of California, San Diego recently used machine learning algorithms to analyze genetic data from over 200,000 people. They were able to identify more than 300 genetic markers associated with 8 different diseases. These markers can now be used to develop better diagnostic tests and treatments for these conditions. What's amazing is that this study was able to analyze so much data so quickly thanks to AI, which allowed researchers to spot trends that would have otherwise gone unnoticed. The algorithm was able to find associations between genetic variants and diseases that were not significant enough to be picked up by traditional statistical methods. In other words, AI was able to uncover hidden patterns in the data that led to some pretty big discoveries. The best part is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more genetic mysteries yet to be solved, and AI is poised to help us do it. Next, AI can help predict genetic predispositions. One of the most exciting applications of AI in genomics is its ability to predict a person's genetic predispositions. By analyzing a person's DNA, AI algorithms can identify mutations or variations that make them more susceptible to certain diseases. This information can then be used to develop personalized prevention plans or early intervention strategies. For example, researchers at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard recently developed an AI system that can predict a person's risk of developing Alzheimer's disease just from their DNA. The AI algorithm was trained on the genetic data of thousands of people, some with Alzheimer's and some without. It was then given the task of identifying genetic variants that were more common in people with the disease. The algorithm was able to accurately predict a person's risk of developing Alzheimer's with up to 97% certainty. This breakthrough has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach Alzheimer's prevention. People who are identified as being at high risk can take steps to reduce their risk, such as making lifestyle changes or undergoing early intervention therapies. Overall, the use of AI in predicting genetic predispositions is a promising development in the field of genomics. As AI algorithms continue to improve, they will be able to identify subtle genetic variations that are associated with complex diseases. This will allow for the development of more targeted and effective prevention and treatment strategies. Another way that AI is changing the world of genomics is by accelerating genome sequencing. Genome sequencing is the process of determining the order of the 4 chemical bases in DNA, adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. This process can provide valuable insights into a person's genetic makeup and help identify mutations or variations that may be associated with certain diseases. However, the process of sequencing a genome can be slow and expensive. But thanks to advancements in AI, genome sequencing is now faster and more affordable than ever before. One recent example is the development of an AI-powered supercomputer that can sequence a human genome in just days. This speed is unprecedented and has the potential to transform the way genetic testing is used to diagnose and treat diseases. By reducing the time and cost associated with genome sequencing, AI is making this technology more accessible and opening up new possibilities for personalized medicine. Another area where AI is making a big impact is in the field of gene therapy research. Gene therapy is a cutting-edge approach to treating genetic disorders by targeting the underlying causes of the disease, the faulty genes. By correcting or replacing these faulty genes, it is possible to treat or even cure some genetic disorders. However, developing effective gene therapies can be a long and complicated process, but AI is helping researchers accelerate the process and improve the effectiveness of these therapies. One recent example is the use of AI to develop better gene editing tools. By using AI algorithms, researchers can identify the best locations to insert new genetic material into a genome. This can improve the efficiency of gene editing and reduce the risk of unintended consequences. Another application of AI in gene therapy research is the development of personalized gene therapies. By analyzing a patient's genetic makeup, AI algorithms can identify the specific mutations that are causing their disease. This information can then be used to develop a tailored gene therapy that addresses the patient's specific needs. Overall, the use of AI in gene therapy research is a promising development that has the potential to transform the way we treat genetic disorders. By improving the efficiency and effectiveness of gene therapies, AI is helping researchers bring new treatments to market faster and more cost-effectively. Finally, let's look at how AI can inform personalized drug development. One of the biggest challenges in drug development is finding the right dosage for each patient. What works for one person may not work for another due to differences in their genetic makeup, metabolism, and lifestyle factors. But AI is helping researchers develop more personalized drugs that are tailored to the individual patient. For example, researchers at Stanford University recently developed an AI algorithm that can predict a patient's response to a drug just from their DNA. The algorithm was trained on the genetic data of thousands of patients and their responses to various drugs. It was then given the task of predicting how a new patient would respond to a drug based on their genetic profile. This could help doctors avoid the trial and error approach to dosing that is often used and instead find the optimal dose for each patient right away. The use of AI in personalized drug development is still in its early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach medicine. As AI algorithms continue to improve, they will be able to identify subtle genetic variations that influence a patient's response to drugs. This will allow for the development of more targeted and effective therapies that improve patient outcomes while reducing the risk of adverse effects. Overall, the role of AI in genomics is vast and growing. From identifying disease markers to predicting genetic predispositions, accelerating genome sequencing, informing gene therapy research, and informing personalized drug development, AI is helping scientists make breakthroughs in our understanding of genetics and how it affects our health. And as AI technology continues to advance, we can expect even more exciting applications in the future. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to subscribe and we'll see you next time.